All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it as always. You know this how the saying goes. Thank you for joining me tonight. Anyway, yeah, guys. So I guess tonight we're gonna talk about the. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. I was looking to talk about kinds of shit to fan people and fire safety. We might talk about that a little later tonight, but we're gonna address I guess the shooting that just happened probably about 2 hours ago now, right? Maybe actually longer, more than that. But yeah. So this tonight, me and the wife went out to get dinner. We went out to get dinner. We didn't eat out anywhere, and we're standing in the restaurant, Popeyes, by the way, which I like Popeyes every now and again. Van City Prepper, thank you for joining us tonight. Um, Yarn Prepper, yeah, you could, whatever, you could mod it as well. Um, anyway, so with that, guys, we're hanging out at the, not hanging out, but we're getting food at the Popeyes, and I see the police responding like they respond when there's a cop shot. My wife's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, I said, "I guess a cop was shot." I said, "That's the only reason why they respond that way." And then the ambulance went down the block, and then I think it was a command car, which is a boss drives an EMS boss drives something called a command car that responds. More cop cars, and I'm like, I said, "Yeah, the cops are shot." And then we don't know anything yet. I'm just actually speculating just because of the response. So as we're standing there, again, more cops, ESU. I mean, everybody and their fucking mothers from probably, I'm going to say, 7, 8 precincts away responded to this. And by the time we get to the counter to order, the citizen app goes off and says 2 cops are shot. With that, I contact somebody I know, and I'm asking her what's going on, and she's like, "What do you mean what's going on?" So I'm like, "All right, she's home and she doesn't know that 2 officers were shot." So anyway, I ask her what's going on, and she tells me the whole rundown after she looks on Facebook, out of all places. So anyway, find out that 2 cops are shot, and I think that makes 7 in 21 days, right? So I know some of you guys are not big cop fans. I guess, listen, guys, to each his own. I don't know. I have certain people leaving stupid comments about the cops being shot. It sucks. And the crazy shit is that people want to blame Adams for this, and as much as I want to kick Adams in the fucking face with a spiked boot on, you can't blame this on Adam. You can't blame this current rash of police shootings on Adams. You could only blame it on de Blasio. And de Blasio is gone, but nonetheless, the remnants of de Blasio is just what it is. And yes, Kurt Flirt too. Yeah, they were both killed. Yeah, and that sucks. And there was a third cop in the apartment. That cop put down the suspect, or the perp rather, put him down, and that was it. They rushed the cops to Harlem Hospital, which was no shit, probably about 150, 200 yards away from where they were shot, and they both wound up dying in the hospital. So, and I found out that, obviously, guys, it sucks that this happens, but what's even worse is that this is not going to move anybody's needle. I mean, yes, for the cop's family it will. And the mother who lost her, and I hate to say lost her son in that way, because her son was the perp, but the mother was a correction officer. So now the mother is going to wind up being suspended and or fired behind this, because it was her service weapon that was used. That's where he most likely got the gun. And guys, this crime shit is fucking enough. My wife, she's getting nervous when we're out there because of all the commotion and the cops running back and forward and all this other bullshit. Glad to see you too, 300 Warriors. And she's like, now she's getting nervous. I'm like, it's time to leave. I mean, like, I've been saying it's time to leave the city for a long time, but now that I'm in the boat that I'm in, it's easier for us to leave, right? We just gotta wait a couple more months till we could bail on the rent, the rent agreement, whatever it is. So, yeah, guys, it's a shit show here in New York. Again, a lot of people are going to be pissed behind this. A lot of cops are going to be pissed. It's interesting enough, though, that all of this is going down, and yet the city's still concerned over the bullshit. The made believe, not the made believe, but the pandemic. So Christian prepper, yeah, at least. So when you rent an apartment, you here in New York, you can't leave until you fulfill the lease, or you get somebody else to take over that rent for the year, whatever it is. Hopefully I explained that right. Yeah, Kitsy Witty, exactly. But again, this is not about me. I know a lot of you guys are like, get the fuck out. This is not about me. This is about the cops. And unfortunately, guys, the cops are the one that need to put their foot down. Them, not us, not the people. We can back them till we're blue in the face. We could wear our nice, I back the blue shirt and a flag in the background. We could do all of that bullshit till we're blue in the face. We cannot. This is not our fight now. This is their fight. Cops have to fucking drop the hammer. They have to. They have to stand up for themselves. And they're not doing that. And when you don't do that, this is the outcome. This is what happens because you have a mayor, de Blasio, who gave two shits about you. You did nothing to fight back. You did nothing to fucking make him feel it. So with that, guys, this is the outcome you're going to get. And to boot, you have liberals throughout the city who agree with going soft on criminals. You had this piece of shit. His name is called Errol Lewis. Errol Lewis is a New York One political analyst, I guess, or commentator. This guy is a real piece of shit. He is right up there with Don Lemons, right? Don Lemons, the guy I hope gets ass cancer one day and suffers every bit of it. Not the point. Errol Lewis is another bag of shit. And he sits there and he goes, he on not national, but on local TV, he sits there and goes, police work is not as dangerous as one would think. If I was the family member of one of the cops that was shot and or killed this week, I'd be at Errol Lewis' house punching him in the fucking face with a can of fucking Spam. Right? So, these liberals, guys, they want to understand the criminal. Well, why did he do that? Was his home disrupted? Was his father there? Did he leave? Did his mother treat him like shit? Was his mother a crack whore? Was his mother just a whore? Like, this is the liberals here in the city. They want to know about shit like that instead of just, for all intents and purposes, dropping the hammer on the criminals. Meaning, turn the body cameras off and go to work. That's what needs to be done. There is no trying to, and yes, this is a delicate situation because yes, there is checks and balances across the board. You have to be careful of how you approach things. But hardened criminals, there's only one way to approach that. Now, enter the kids. The kids that are following up behind these fucking criminals with the bad acts and ending up in jail and getting arrested. That situation, you have to treat with kid gloves. I mean, you have to be careful how you treat them. You want them to recognize they're wrong without completely shunning them away. And it's a delicate process, that part. But when it comes to hardened criminals, dude, there's only one way to there's only one way to handle it. Right. It's called a tune-up. Right? And that's it, guys. The perps need to be scared of the cops. And not scared, but they need to recognize that the cops will do some shit to them. Right? But they're not, the kids out here today, or the perps out here today, or the bad guys, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, they are not fearing the cops anymore. So they feel like, fuck it, I'm going to take this dude out. Now, the guy that took the two cops out, he was shot by the third cop, but he had zero fear of what was going to happen to him when he did that. Right? So what do cops have to do now? Cops have to fucking stand up for themselves. They have to walk out, a strike, and a lot of people are like, well, we can't strike. It's against the law. So you rather fucking be worried about what's against the law and worry about your union getting a fine versus you being carried out by fucking 6 dudes. That makes any sense to you? Cops need to walk off the job. And other cops will be like, but the city will pay for it. Fuck the city. The same city a year ago, 2 years ago, were crying about, we don't want you fucking guys here. We want to defund the police. We don't respect you. We don't like you. And all this other bullshit. And you're still worried about them? They do not give a fuck. And the only way you make people who do not give a fuck is your absence. Your absence is off the street. They start seeing shit getting fucking out of control. And they're like, whoa, I think we need those motherfuckers in blues back on the street. It's the only way people are going to want. Oklahoma. New York City is not quite gone yet. It's not like Chicago, and the shit surely isn't like Detroit or Maryland for that matter. Baltimore, rather. Sorry. We're not there yet. We are getting there. We are approaching it, but we're not there yet. This is like the 80s, maybe a little worse, but even then it wasn't too far gone to come back, right? And that's Jerry Bond, exactly. Cops need to walk. Simple. It's as simple as that. Alex says another cop shot in Harlem, 35th Street, just now. That I'll let you know in a couple minutes whether or not that's true. But that's the other thing too. There's a lot of information out there, guys. A lot of shit being mixed around. You know, supposedly it was just 2 cops that responded. Then it was a third. The third cop shot the guy. Then there was 1 cop who was shot dead. The other cop was in critical condition. Now both cops are dead. So we will find out what's going on probably in another hour or so. That's when we'll find everything out. But guys, it's yeah, Alex, like I said, I don't know if that's true, but I will ask my sources. I will ask my sources right now. All right, guys. So I don't know, man. I really feel bad for the cops here in New York. Partially, not partially, but the majority of it is because of de Blasio. The other part to it is the cops played a role in it as well. And I hate to say it. And they played a role in this because they let de Blasio do this to them. You guys, cops, if any of you guys are watching, you guys run the city, right? And I don't mean run the city in a bad way, like fucking criminals and gangs and shit like that. But you guys make shit better, right? You guys are there for people when you need it. And you let a mayor disrespect you so fucking bad that he turned damn near half the city against you. And then during the riots of fucking 2020, damn near, it felt like damn near everybody hated you. And then for what? Now, Flint Mirock, exactly. There's going to have to be some Charles Bronsons around here because cops don't want to do much because of what de Blasio did. De Blasio handcuffed them. The city politicians handcuffed them. So there's not much they can do. But at some point, Easy, thank you for the donation. At some point, guys, you have to stand up for yourself. Bottom line, you can't hide behind the, oh, well, this is the new rules, and if I don't do this, I'm going to lose my job. Motherfucker, it is better for you to lose your job than it is to fucking die and have your family get your pension. Get your pension because of that bullshit. So you have to stand up for yourself, guys. So no, guys, there was not another cop shot. It was just the 2 earlier today, and then the third cop that put down the perp. That's all it was. There was not another cop shot. I don't think RoboCop would work in fucking New York City. I really don't. I don't know. Who knows? But I hope not. Annie, thank you for the donation. Sorry. Annie, thank you for the donation. So appreciate that. But anyway, guys, Johnny, why would this turn into a bootlicker channel? I've always supported the cops. I don't know if you ever listen. I have my issues with cops in the past. Absolutely. I've gotten into fist fights with cops, and that's off duty at bars and shit. But that doesn't mean I still don't respect the work they do, right? Yeah, that's what men do, right? Men are allowed to disagree with one another, and then move right the fuck along. And listen, I'm gonna tell you something. A quick story. When I was younger, yeah, Johnny. Like I said, when I was younger, I remember fucking hating cops. I couldn't fucking stand them. And then I became an EMT, right? Emergency medical technician, riding in an ambulance, and I'm working with them. So now I'm working with these guys. And now I'm seeing firsthand what these guys go through. And I'm watching the shit show that they have to control here in New York City. And people don't see that. People only see, Johnny, like guys like you only see the shit the news reports. You don't see half the shit that these guys deal with and half the shit they turn a blind eye to. There is shit that goes down, guys, and cops are like, okay. All right, there's shit they'll watch two dudes fight it out and be like, are you guys fucking done? Now walk the opposite direction. They'll pull dudes over, find shit on them, and be like, all right, guys, this is fucking going in the garbage can or dropping it down the drain. Now get the fuck out of here before we lock you up. Cops do a lot of different shit. And then cops, a lot of them do, not a lot, but some of them do the bad things. The shit we see on TV. Right? Now, listen, if you don't like my support for cops, there is an unsubscribe button at the bottom of the screen. Unsubscribe from here. I don't care. I think I told you people enough. The way I think is the way I think. If you don't like it, leave. Simple as that. That's all it is to it. But guys, you can't hate it, and this is where I make it's going to be a shitty comparison, but bear with me. This is like hating groups of people because of what a few do, right? So it's like the neo-Nazis hating Negroes because we're lazy and criminals and all that other bullshit. You are saying the same exact shit to cops. The few cops that abuse their power seems like it's a lot because the media does nothing but report it. Oh, this cop did this. Oh, this cop did that. Oh, this cop took drug money off a drug dealer. Why do we care? I can care less if a cop took drug money off a drug dealer. I can care fucking less. But there are people out there that'll sit there and say, no, it's not right. And Chair goes, no, a lot are corrupt. Listen, again, coming from assholes who sit here and don't do the job, it's easy for you guys to sit there and make bones about it or make up shit or sit there and go, fucking, fuck the police, they're all fucking hypocrites and they're all thugs. And yeah, you're sitting safely in your home watching YouTube. You're not out there doing it. And for every motherfucker who has talked bad about cops and became a cop, they've all said the same exact shit. They've all said, shit, man, it isn't that fucking black and white. There's a giant gray area. Again, Johnny, good cops standing around watching bad cops do shit. It depends on what that shit is. I'm sorry. If these cops would have kicked the shit out of this guy that shot those two cops, those cops had every right to beat the shit out of that perp. Every right. Guys, it is what it is. And the blue wall of signs, there's a reason for that. All right? Do I agree with cops sitting around and watching them kick some innocent dude's ass? No. But nonetheless, it happens. If you're hanging out with a group of guys, your friends, and your friends does some shit that's fucking wrong, are you gonna rat him out? No. So then why would you expect cops to do the same thing? Like it's a stupid thinking. It is what it is, guys. Every society, every organization, every group of friends has that code. Bottom line. That whole fucking, if they do something wrong, they should tell. Grow the fuck up. We're not kids. We are fucking adults. We live in an adult world, and that's adult shit. Do I agree with it when a fucking cop is doing something bad and another cop is standing there watching? No, I think it's fucking wrong. But that is not the point. The point is, in the real world, that's what happens. So to sit there and go, I wish and woulda, coulda, well, maybe you need to grow the fuck up and stop living in fantasy land. Human male. We will be talking about fire safety in a little bit. And that's the bottom line. I wish people would fucking realize that. And yes, cops are ordinary people. They are not these, and that's the other thing too. Cops go, well, they wear this badge and they're supposed to uphold the law. Dude, the law doesn't even, I mean, like, the shit that cops have to deal with and see on a daily basis. Some people be like, well, cops shouldn't pick up the job. Well, then you pick up the job, asshole. I mean, again, guys, it's the easy out is that stupid excuse, well, cops should be able to control their emotions. So you mean to tell me a cop should be able to control his emotions by watching or walking in and watching a kid get the shit beat out of him? The fucking parent who kicks the shit out of him goes to jail. But the parent gets out of jail on a technicality. Gets to beat his kid up some more and kills him. Then the cop has to watch this dead kid now get carried out. Or what about the cop that responds to the woman who's obviously getting the shit kicked out of her on a daily basis? But he can't do anything until she says something. So again, guys, you guys need to grow the fuck up and know what the real world is. And a lot of you do not live in the real world, apparently. If you're sitting there motherfuckering cops because of what a few do, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I think it's time for you guys to grow the fuck up and go out there in the world yourself. Go out into a bad neighborhood and fucking tell me if you get mugged, you won't be calling the cops. You will. You'll be sucking their dick when they show up to fucking help you. So for a lot of you guys, you know what? For a lot of you guys that don't like cops, do me a fucking favor. Unsubscribe from my fucking channel. I'll make it easy for you guys. Unsubscribe from the channel. Period. It's that simple. You guys are trying to sit there and nitpick what cops should do. Do their fucking job, then you talk shit. Period. Blue, no more blues. Yes, a few. And then somebody else said it. David C. It's a few. Don't let the media corrupt you into thinking it's many. It's a few. When you look at the entire police force around the nation, and then you do the percentages like we all like to do, it's a few. You foul mouth, I will. David C. said, you foul mouth, I will unsubscribe. He doesn't like the cursing. Oh, poor David. Goodbye, David. But anyway, guys, that's my rant about fucking you guys being babies over this shit. Grow the fuck up, seriously. And yes, OFC, I get the whole cops enforcing unconstitutional mandates. I get that. I wholeheartedly get that. But unfortunately for them, they have to follow that. Now, if I was a cop, would I be following it? Fuck no. If I was a cop, I'd be getting written up probably every day of the fucking week. Hands down. Right? I'd be like, I'm not fucking arresting that dude for wanting to eating in a restaurant. You know? I'm like, fuck that shit. I said, I'm not going to lock that lady up because she wants to go to a museum. Fuck that shit. You know, I'm like, that's the kind of cop I would be. I wouldn't be upholding dumb shit like this. Johnny goes, David is a snowflake. David is a snowflake. You know, I mean, he just doesn't want to be, you know what? He doesn't agree with my opinion. And guys, this is my opinion. I mean, I'm not sitting here spitting facts. I'm spitting my opinion. That's it. You know, and if guys go, oh, he curses too much and he likes cops. Oh my, listen, to be fair, guys, too, my father was a cop, right? My father was a police officer, Port Authority, and my mother was a correction officer. But I still didn't get what they did until I became an adult, not a child, and saw for myself the shit they had to deal with. Right? So, it's, again, guys, when you ride with police, when you see the shit they deal with and the shit they don't deal with, the shit they let go, then you're like, holy shit, it's a different ballgame. Trust me, it's an entirely different ballgame. Again, if many cops, and let's just say if many cops, if the majority of cops were criminals, then you guys would be like, then you guys would have a point. I'd be like, all right, you guys got a point. Fucking 50% of the cops in the United States are corrupt. It's not even close. It's more like 3%. And 3% is a lot, right? 3% is a lot. But you have criminals in every organization, guys. Every organization. So let's not sit here and pretend that cops are the only criminal in the organizations. We have probably firemen who are criminals who might steal. We have garbage men who are criminals and will steal and fuck one another over. We have EMTs, traffic agents, and fucking water DEP guys. We have criminals in every organization that fucking steal. Period. To sit there and yell at cops, they're the lowest hanging fruit. They're the easiest one to yell at, scream at, and fucking get in their face. Johnny, they did take away qualified immunity here in New York City. Where have you been? Jennifer, thank you for the donation. They have taken it away. And a couple cities have taken it away. And it's not about qualified immunity. It's about the motherfuckers that... All right, let me tell you a story. My son's mother's a cop. That's my second son. His mother's a cop. And thank you, old mutt. And she gets written up, or charges rather, for, and this has happened to her twice. She got written up just because she looked at a lady a certain way. And the lady made something called a civilian complaint, CCRB complaint, right? It's like a civilian complaint review board. Sorry. And this lady fucking calls fucking One Police Plaza and makes a complaint that she didn't like the way officer such and such looked at her. All right, fair enough, Johnny. Right? So she got a fucking a mark on her folder because some asshole complained about the way she looked at her. Meanwhile, she just looked at her. Prepper Joe, FDNY is corrupt and racist too? Was? I don't know. Corrupt? I don't know. Racist? Maybe. Back in the days. But again, every organization was racist, guys. Again, we're not going to pretend NYPD, FDNY were the only racist organizations ever. The jobs you motherfuckers work at today were racist as well. Or corrupt. Or still are racist and still are corrupt. Alright? So let's not try to pretend that cops are the only one and firefighters are the only organizations that are racist. A lot of you guys got to get your heads out of your fucking asses. The real fucking world, guys, it's all fucking racist. It's all bullshit. But what are you going to allow yourself to fucking be sucked into? That's the whole bottom line of this. We allow ourselves, including myself, to get sucked into the bullshit that these people want us to fucking believe. They want us to believe that all cops are bad, when it's just a few. They want us to believe that all firefighters are racist, when it's just a few. They want us to believe that all traffic agents are scumbags. I think most of them are, but we're not going to go there. But my point is that there's racism in every fucking organization, guys. Period. And you guys need to fucking wake up. Those of you that think otherwise. Yes, the pale horse. You can call me a cop cuck. Big time. It doesn't make sense, but okay. Because if you know what cuck means, then you could call me a cop dick sucker, a cop lover. I mean, whatever you choose. But cop cuck is stupid. Just letting you know how stupid that is. And cops ain't afraid they choose. Dangerous that being a cop. Insurance, view, farming, way more dangerous. Fort Langford, maybe so. You're right, maybe so. Farming way more dangerous than being a cop. I don't know. Not in this day and age. Maybe 5 years ago, yeah. But this day and age, there are more cops now getting shot, and more cops get hurt on a daily basis. I mean, I don't know if farmers get hurt on a daily basis. I don't follow that. I mean, maybe you could fucking clarify that. But anyway, guys, that's what it is. And Jay Moore, right? There's an asshole in every profession, guys. But you guys that don't like cops, and listen, I know some of you were mistreated by cops. I was mistreated by cops. I got fucking beat up. My brother got beat up. That doesn't mean I label all cops assholes. That's like labeling all black guys fucking lazy and assholes. Or all white people fucking corny and can't dance, right? We don't do that. But for those of you that are hard up against cops, all right, you know, I get it. I get why some people don't like cops. I understand it. But to sit there and act like they are all the devil, well, That's on you. Kenny King, thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate that, by the way. And I know I'm a little late on the thing. That is the best way, right? A lot of people who talk shit about cops, you're the same motherfuckers. When they show up, you're like, "How you doing, officer? How's it going?" Yes, I was mugged. The perpetrator, he ran down that way. You know, he was wearing a blue shirt. Like, all of a sudden, you guys are good citizens. But a lot of you guys talk a lot of shit on here. Stop. Well, we can't dance. Well, you know what I mean. You know. I noticed that a lot of white people are learning how to dance lately. Every time I turn on YouTube, there's some fucking white dude doing some kind of two-step dance. I got shot by a cop. Tony Hermit, you got shot by a cop. Did you deserve it? You know, listen, that's the question I ask everybody. If a cop punched you in the face and you got shot, did you deserve it? And if you tell me no, well then, all right, then something was wrong there. Listen, I think some of you heard me talk about this one case in Las Vegas. This cop shot this white kid in the hallway, right? I think I told you about this video where the kid was fucking extension cord. I got to plug in a couple minutes. The kid had his hands up. I mean, like super high. The kid was fucking scared. The cop had some kind of fucking automatic weapon on him. And it was two of them or three cops in the hallway. And they got their shit trained on the dude. And they're like, don't fucking move. And he's not moving. They're like, put your hands up. He puts his hand up higher. Puts his hand higher. This guy is giving him a fucking... I don't know, fucking, what you call an instruction. He's like, up, down, up, higher, higher, up, don't fucking move. Come crawl to me. Stop. I'm like, why the fuck are they giving this kid two different directions? And so they're screaming at this dude, and the kid's like, and now the kid's in the hallway, and he's not a kid, he's like 23 years old. The kid's in the hallway, and he's like, and then the cop's like, move forward. And the kid takes two knee steps, because he's on his knees, takes two knee steps, stop. I'm like, holy shit. And then the kid does, and when I saw it, I'm like, he's going to get shot. The kid checked out. The kid checks out during the whole process now, and the cop's like, move forward. And he moves forward, and his pants start slipping down. So what does the kid do? He goes to reach for his pants. Now, keep in mind, the kid's fucking shirt is riding all the way up. It's almost like fucking, you can almost see his fucking titties underneath the shirt. His shirt's so fucking high. So he's like this. He has no weapon around him. Zero. The kid had already lifted his shirt up and showed him he was clean. So now he went to go reach for his gun. Went to go reach for his pants, and the cop shot him. That cop, in that case, if I was his father, I would have went and found him, and we would have ended it in a fucking very dramatic way. I would have went to jail. Johnny says he saw the video I'm talking about. You guys got to look the video up. You'll see what I mean. And that cop, I would have personally visited his home, and it would have fucking ended up in some fucking heat moment or some shit like that. That's all I'm going to say. That's a case in point where as a father, I would have went to fucking jail. Hands down. Right? Or I would have did something, I would have did something fucked up to that cop. That's the bottom line. That's a case where a cop like that should have went to jail. But guess what? The cop doesn't go to jail. So now people look at this piece of shit as all cops doing it, right? Then you got the Floyd case. And then, listen, you can argue the Floyd case whether the cop was wrong or right, you know, or whether he got carried away. But, you know. DB, the video of a kid in a hallway in Vegas got shot by two cops. White kid. That was a fucked up video. I mean, the kid was unarmed. It was clear as day. Fox 1 actually. Was Tatum defending that cop? Well, in that case, Tatum's an asshole for defending that cop. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny said I would have went to jail with you. I'm telling you guys, if I would have knew that father, I'm like, yo, we're visiting his fucking home. Tonight, we're both going to jail. That's what it would have been. I don't know how you let that go. I don't know how anybody let that go. That was bad. That was the worst shooting I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Right? Besides the other shooting where the guy was running away from the cop, right? And he's running away from the cop and the cop puts fucking 2 or 3 in his back. That was also a fucked up shooting. Where he shot that black dude that was running. And people are like, well, he was running from the car because, you know, he had a warrant. So what? He had a fucking warrant. The guy had his hands out here when he was running away from the cop. And he got nailed in the back, you know? That was a fucked up shooting too. Or whatever, guys. If you don't like cops, fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, you motherfuckers, you get in trouble, you better not call the cops. You better be like, I hate cops. I'm getting mugged. I'm not calling them. That's what should be coming out of your fucking mouth. Fucking Steven said, Gov needs to stop cops hiding to give speeding tickets. Nice. Yeah, the speeding tickets are funny. I got caught the other day for fucking running a red light, and I ran the red light on purpose. It was like, fuck this. My dinner's getting cold. I'm running a red light. There was no one on the street. I squeezed by a car. I go through the red light. With that, the fucking lights behind me. Boom! And I'm like, fuck. So anyway, I'm giving him my ID. He sees my other ID, and he's like, all right, man. He goes, don't do that again, and knock it off. I was like, all right, man. And that was it. He let me go, right? So a lot of the time, guys, cops will let you go if you're easy with them, too. That's the other thing. I've watched and heard cops give people a ride, like they read them the riot act, and then they let them go, right? And I've seen that numerous times. So again, all cops being assholes, or some of them, it's up to you guys. Yeah, it was I don't know, guys. It's annoying when people talk so much shit about cops and they don't even do the work, or they never even work next to them. As a fireman and an EMT, I work with these guys. I watch the shit they have to deal with. Let's put it like this: the public here in New York, right? There's a group of people throughout the city. They hate authoritarian positions so much they hate firefighters. You guys work with cops. You guys are just as bad. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, when a guy told me that once, he's like, you guys are just as bad as cops. You guys are pieces of shit. I'm like, I said, dude, when was the fucking last time you heard a fucking fireman shooting anyone in the back? He was like, you guys still work with them. I'm like, yeah. And I said, you're yelling at us for a couple of cops who were assholes. I said, those guys downstairs, they're not going to shoot you in the back. I said, they're going to shoot you in the fucking face if you keep talking shit. And I went off on them. And then that was it. That turned into an argument. And one of the guys had to fucking pull me back from him. And I just lost my shit. Because I'm like, he's breaking my balls for being a fucking fireman. I'm like, what the fuck? Somebody was like, I'm not going to say what they just said, but, yeah. Like I said, guys, you do the work, then you can talk shit. And there are cops who've done the work. I'm like, yo, I don't like the fucking way these cops operate. It's fucking bullshit. I get it. But they did the work. They walked that mile. If you haven't walked that mile, you shouldn't be talking shit. Is Dante the next David? Infrared survival, I guess. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. He was a bum who was mad you had a good job. Kenny King, I guess. I don't know. But it's funny when people are mad at you for being a fucking, like a fireman, because you work closely with cops. I'm like, what? I was like, how the fuck does that? I was like, all right, man. I said, I hope your fucking house catches on fire. I'm not coming to fucking put it out. You know? But whatever, man. It's just, it's insanity now. And now every time a cop gets shot, people are like, good for them, fuck them. I'm like, all right. I hope the hypocrisy of you just never has to call a cop. That's all. Hope you never have to fucking be relying on a cop. All right, guys, I got to plug my shit in before this thing dies on me. I apologize. I didn't do it sooner. I was chatting it up with a couple people about this fucked up police shooting. And the fact that 2 of them died, it's bad. Johnny, cops are not recognized by the Constitution, but you still need cops to fucking help. Bottom line. It's not, and cops is not a constitutional thing, guys. If we all still had small towns and villages, we could police ourselves. But when you have a city like New York, that shit don't work. Right? It does not work. And you need some kind of help, if you will, to deter the crime. Right? And cops came from people policing themselves. Except for now, they were doing it in certain cities like New York full time because crime was just rampant and all the time. And so this is where police work comes from. It started out in small cities, and obviously when it gets bigger, people want to get paid for it because they're doing it all the time. OFC Nation, good night, man. Right? So listen, guys, it people like to sit there and go, well, cops should never, they're not part of the Constitution, or they're not part of the Bill of Rights, or they're not this and not that. It don't matter. You need cops, period. Yes, Johnny, exactly. It's where all the cops should start from, is here in New York. Well, actually, no. Policing actually started in Rome. And if not mistaken, it was another society that started them, where they had guards walking up and down the street. They weren't cops, they were actually military, I guess, right? The Egyptian guards walking up and down streets, roaming the streets at night. You had the Roman guards roaming the streets at night as well. So you had this way before New York. But New York made it something. No, and in England, actually, they started that. Sorry, and England also had that going as well before here in New York. So everybody had their own police kind of force going on. Blue Vandal, yes, sheriffs are in the Constitution. I just learned that the other day, actually. So, but yeah, listen, guys, it is what it is. And whatever. Diary Hudson, cops did not start out as slave catchers. That is entirely and utterly false. That's not even close to fucking true. I don't even know where you got that from. But please tell me where you got that from, because I'm interested to know where that false info. I never even heard of that before. Cops started out as slave catchers. Huh. Entirely impossible, considering even before slavery there were cops. So, and they weren't called cops, but there were cops. I never heard of that before. Holy fuck sticks. And this is where, and people like you are the reason why we have misinformation going around, and they want to fucking lock us up and demonetize our channel because of shit like that. Meatloaf has died. Yes, Meatloaf died. You know when my wife earlier this morning said Meatloaf died? I thought she meant Meatloaf. I thought she said Meatloaf had died. And I looked at her and I'm like, what, you're not making Meatloaf anymore? No, she meant the singer. I was like, oh shit, no kidding. So, whatever. And that's the other thing, guys. A lot of you guys fail to realize that without cops, you know that looting and rioting that happened down in fucking New York, or rather all over the nation? If there were no cops, that would have been 1,000 times worse. 1,000 times worse. R. Jones says, no, it's true. What's true? That Meatloaf is dead? Or that cops are started by slave catchers, which is bullshit. Latina Prepper says, who is Meatloaf? Seriously? You don't know who Meatloaf is? And Louis Anderson died too. He is still making the fries. Thank you, Fast Eddie. Right, he did Robert Paulson was his name in Fight Club. He had the titties, right? He had the man boobs in Fight Club. That was Meatloaf. Yes, that is true. Bad Out of Hell, right? That was a good album. His name is Robert Paulson, right? Remember that? DB? Not a lot of people do. Bronx Cheers said it too. Incognito said it. Nice. His name was Robert Paulson. Holy shit. Bounty hunters. Jeanette? Yes, they were bounty hunters. Exactly. That's where bounty hunters started from. They were slave catchers, not cops. I guess she got that confused, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so he died from cancer, but they blamed it on you know what, right? Of course they did. Cancer would be too easy. So they said, well, he died from cancer, but he also died from COVID because he didn't want the vaccine. That's exactly what they said in the post. I'm like, that makes no sense. You can't die from two things. No, you can't die from two things. I'm sorry. Maybe fat guys shouldn't get the jab. I don't know, Johnny. I don't know. I never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. Everybody says, oh, Rocky Horror. I never seen it. I know about it. I know that the cult following for it, but I never seen the show. All right, guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I think I pissed off 8 people tonight, so I got 8 thumbs down. Let's get the thumbs down to at least 15 or 20 tonight, just because I'm in that fucking pissy, fiery mood. And then hit the thumbs up if you like as well. I can care less about the thumbs down, but for sure, this live stream will be demonetized. That's for fucking sure. Somebody right now is reporting it. This fucking guy, he likes cops. You know that YouTube has a policy? So, you know how you get demonetized or you lose, you get a strike, you got to follow their guideline, their community guideline. In their community guideline, they have something about police officers and how it could be offensive to those, and that they can give you, they could demonetize your video for that. I'm like, what? Polar Patriot, see you later. Thumbs down, bitches. We got the thumbs down to 14. 14, guys. Piss off the dumbasses. Right, and when people like, oh, he's gonna hate it when he gets a thumbs down. No, I don't. I really don't care. I don't. That's how much I don't care. Because listen, the one thing about YouTube, and a lot of people don't understand, the trolls, they get off on you giving a shit a lot. So when you don't care, they don't break your balls as much. And then I truly don't care. It's like, it's not about not caring because the trolls care. I just don't care. It's the fucking smaller things in life. You know, it's just, it's the little things in life, man. And this is not it. Fucking, oh my God, I got thumbs down. What am I going to do? You know, like, yeah, that's what you're going to, fuck your pronouns. I like that one. Ghost says, fuck your pronouns. But whatever, guys. This here in New York City, it's a shit show. They're, like I said, what is it, 7 cops now were fucking, shot in 21 days? Who the fuck has ever heard of that? Right? Again, whether you like cops or not is not the point. If they are shooting at cops, guys, what do you think they're going to do to civilians out there? Right? They really don't give a fuck. That's the bottom line. I mean, like, my wife's like, if you go to Texas, you got to behave yourself because everyone carries a gun. I'm like, apparently everybody carries a gun here in New York City but me. And Anna, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate it. Thumbs down just means your ass. Pure blood prepper. Exactly. Very good. Pure blood prepper said thumbs down just means your ass has watched it. Exactly. So you're still giving it a view. That's how you help. Whether you hate the channel or not, you watch it just in disgust. I know a lot of people watch this channel in disgust. They're like, this fucking guy, he's such an asshole. He licks the cop's dick. Look at him. He's such a dick. That stupid beard on his face. This is what they're doing as they're watching my show. They're motherfuckering me, but they're giving me a view, which helps with the channel. So, for all you trolls out there that are watching my channel in secret, thank you. You're still helping out, and you're still helping me. I still win. Good night, fuckos. So, other than that, guys, wow, we went 50 minutes. So in 10 minutes, we're going to switch over to the Angry Truth channel. We're actually going to talk about the subjects on the Angry Truth, guys. We're going to talk about Carhartt, Starbucks, and the UK dropping all their restrictions. That's on the Angry Truth tonight. Tonight's subject on the Angryprepper, fire safety, and different kinds of shit hits the fan people will be moved to Monday or Tuesday night. So I will be moving the subject, and I will be changing the title tonight to just Friday night Hangout, open talk. But yeah, guys, I again, even the trolls that watch my shit, I do appreciate it because you're watching my videos. You're like, this fucking Negro, I hate him. I hate this guy so much. He's so black. Look at him. But you're still giving me views. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's a Friday night. Going to the truth now. Flint McRock, thank you. See you over there. So we're actually going to talk about real shit on the Angry Truth tonight. Do you have to be a subscriber to join? Someone just asked that question. God, I hate when it happens. Sonny Nichols. Do you have to be a subscriber to join my club thing? No, just join it at the bottom. I'm gonna start putting videos on the club membership thing, guys. I'm gonna be putting videos back on there. I came up with 2 new ideas. I'm gonna go through with those ideas. They're gonna be short videos for membership only. And again, guys, by the way, shit's gonna get tough. The food shortage is gonna get worse. I would suggest you guys stop donating to me. Save your money and buy the preps you need. Again, the donations are great, but I think harder times are coming, and you guys need to be ready for it. Right? I think that's what we should be doing. We shouldn't be donating our money away. If you have money to donate, then donate to, and then also if you have money to donate to a greater cause. Don't donate to me. Donate to somebody who fucking needs it. North Shore Preparedness. You could donate to him. So instead of donating $5 to me or $10 or $20, donate to him. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you are hard up in donating to me, then please try to donate to me through Cash App. I get all of the money through Cash App and not fucking YouTube. YouTube takes 30%, and I think PayPal takes 20%, right? So fuck those 2 dudes, and you can give it to Cash App. Or you give it to somebody else in need. I'd rather you give it to somebody else in need or save it for yourself, because like I said, I think the harder times are coming. I really do. I think shit's gonna get really, really fucking bad this year, and I'm not fucking feeling it either. Duckman, yeah, I don't know if the truckers are striking, but I think Northern Girl Hobbies would be able to answer that question better than me. I've been following it loosely. The Great American Outdoor Show. I would love to do a show like that, where I'm like going around the country and going through the woods and, talking about like the history of the woods and the animals and shit like that. I would love to do a show like that. Host a show like that. That's really a simple show. It's not political. You're just talking about nature. That'd be cool. Alan said yes they are. No, sorry. Angry Homesteader said yes they are. Alan said you're a good man. Thank you for that, Alan. But Angry Homesteader said yes they are. Okay. Dragon Slayer is right. North Shore Preparedness is in bad shape and needs donations. Diane, we will be moving out of New York City. That's for fucking sure. So my car is falling apart. I was done paying it off, and after the last payment, it just started breaking down. I'm like, and then somebody hit the car yesterday, or this morning rather. Sorry. Sun Tears 1, thank you for the donation. Yeah, some asshole hit the car, and listen, it's a beater car, so it really doesn't, it doesn't matter. But I came outside and I'm like, So now they are forcing my hand to get a new car. I was trying to wait. Till about June or July to get a new car, and I'm gonna hold off as long as I can. But this fucking sucks, man. For and go. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Ken says he's moving in with me. Nice. Cars always die in the minute you pay it off. Yeah, Randy, apparently. I had the same shit happen with my fucking Ford Explorer. I paid it off, boom, fucking everything just started falling off. As if they had a button that said, he made the last payment. And then they click, and then your fucking car just starts falling off, wheel fell off, the fucking heater doesn't work, the heat won't come on. I got a crushed bumper, my front bumper is falling off, my rear bumper is crushed, I got a leak in the tire somewhere. I'm pretty sure there's a fucking animal of some kind living in the car with me. Not with me, but in the car while I'm driving. It's fucking out of control. I leave the keys in the car so someone can fucking steal it, and nobody wants it. They probably look at it and laugh or cry with me because it's such a shitty car. So it can't. No one will steal it, right? And I think my wife and the kids really want to ride in the shit. They think they're gonna get fucking scurvy or some shit riding in the car, or fucking AIDS. I don't know, But yeah, it's a shitty car, man. On Purpose says still driving a 2005 Ford Focus. Wow, with 239,000 miles. Molotov cocktail time. Kevin Grip. Yeah. Wrapping around the pole or some shit. I don't know. But definitely, man, I want to get rid of it. Just sad when nobody else wants your car. Alright? You're like, fuck, man. Not even the fucking criminals want this shit. I thought this. Oh, AMC. Nope. Alright. We got 4 minutes, and then we're going to shut it down and start the Angry Truth channel right away. Alright, guys. So, update on the police shooting. I know you guys want to hear this shit like you want a hole in your head. But right now, one cop is dead and the other is in critical condition, but in surgery. So, it is not 2 cops dead. It is 1 dead, one in critical in surgery as of right now. Alright. That's interesting. Again, shit's all over the place, right? I gotta revise what I posted earlier. Such as life. Kenny King, if I take it to Hunts Point, Hunts Point, the fucking, yeah, those guys, they'll probably look at it and laugh. You know, whatever. And I got 2 taillights out. That's the other thing. So I just ordered 2 taillights today from eBay. Amazon won $118 per taillight. I go to eBay, they won $54 per taillight. So I ordered the taillights from eBay. Colleen, yes, ambushed. They were sort of ambushed. They walked into a scene and didn't see it coming, I guess. Whatever. It's a shitty Friday for some. So, River Runner said Canadian truckers are going on strike over the mandates on the 23rd. So that's Sunday. Okay. Listen, I got to take you guys' words for it because I'm hearing different information about the truckers striking and how that's going to affect us. So I need to do a little more research on it, but it's going to be a shit show regardless, right? Trucker striking is not something. Fox News is saying both announced dead. But somebody I just spoke to said somebody from the hospital, who's in the hospital now, said one's dead and one's in surgery. So we will, like I said, we will find out the final outcome probably maybe either now or in another hour. But I would say now, if you look at the news and update, they might say one's dead, one's in critical condition. And yeah, so the Post updated it theirs as well. The Post earlier said 2 cops dead. Now they're saying police officer, suspect killed, another cop clinging to life after shooting in Harlem. So 1 cop is still alive. So, alright. Sorry, guys. Alright, y'all in preparation. He's not good, but Jennifer Cruz. Yeah. Good luck to the survivor. Yeah, listen, hopefully that the cop pulls through. They were both young, too. They both had, together, they had less than 2 years. So, they were both, wet behind the ears, if you will. Alright, guys. So, we are going to head over to the Angry Truth channel for those of you that are interested. Other than that, I'm pretty sure I alienated some people tonight, which is a good thing. Thank you for allowing me to piss you off. But other than that, guys, we are going to head over to the Angry Truth channel, and we're going to talk about some real shit over there. Alright, guys. Other than that, I will see you guys in 2 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. See you guys in 5 minutes. Thank you, guys.